everybody and welcome to this golden shot guide and tutorial for the hard division. One of the courses from the Eagle Peak and also from the latest major hole number 2 if I'm not mistaken. I'm very happy to be able to perform this video for you or provide this video for you so you can learn how to make these shots as good as possible. Before we start, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button that you do have on the top as well so you can get the notification every time we have a live stream or a new video out. Also, check out patreon.com/golf/tommy. There you can sign up having training sessions with me over Skype or over Facebook Messenger and learn how to play the game, maybe improve your tournament scores so you can get that banner that you're looking for. So, golden shot, it's back again, another Monday, and we're going to take a look at the hard one. As I said, Eagle Peak. This is a must be hole number 2, and as you can see, we will be able to win some specific chests here. We do have, I cleared most of them, obsidian chest as the hole-in-one chest. We do have amber chest as the yellow one, crimson chest as the red one, and we do have the aqua chest as the light blue one, and then we do have cobalt chest as the darker blue one. We're going to play with golden wood club that do have an accuracy of 51, and as this one is going to be played massively downhill, we're going to have to use elevation here adjustment. We're going to add 30% to our adjustment, which is going to leave us with 1.75 per ring. That is medium distance with our wood club with 30% extra. With headwind and crosswind, that is the number we're going to go for. If we're going to play in tailwind, then we're going to have 1.75 per ring, but when we have our rings in the end, we're going to remove 0.2 rings. And if you don't understand that, please make a comment and I will explain further there. If you do have any questions more about the golden shot, you can find it there through the question mark where you can find the frequently asked questions. So, I think it's time, and we're going to see 9 shots, landing position and spin and curl. Pay attention to it, and I'm going to repeat myself in the end. First, I'll take you through the shots, and then we take a summary in the end. So, let's go. Shot number 1, we do have the worst type of wind here, as we do have crosswind right to left. We're going to use the landing position. Look at the landing position now, and you can see I'm using max side spin. The yellow ring should be outside the rough, and it should be completely aligned with the rough with the bushes and just before the tree as in terms of distance. No backspin or topspin when we do have crosswind, and max side spin to the right. Always max side spin to the right. Look at the curl now. Now we're using the ball just coming to the edge there of the circle. And you can see us coming in here very nicely, get to bounce, get to roll, and we get very close, coming in a little bit too hot here with that shot, but we go going straight on there. So we should have been a tiny bit of backspin there, but I've also noticed that sometimes we get a little bit faster roll, so we're going to have to find that perfect adjustment there so we're not coming in too hot. Now we do have 5.1 with some slight tailwind but also crosswind there. Max side spin, I'm going to use almost 1 bar of backspin, 3/4 of a backspin, like instead of 1 bar, 3/4 of 1 bar. Same landing position as you can see, the yellow ring just outside the rough there, aligned with the bushes but just before the tree. And then we're going to adjust this one for slightly over 2.5 rings, and that is going to be with 30% extra. We're not going to use a tiny bit of curl to the right as the wind is pointing from left to right. We do hit it in the rough, and we're coming in here very nicely. A little bit too much to the left there, could have go with a little bit more curl, but at least we got the speed right when we came down towards the pin. So now we're going to go to shot number 3, and shot number 3 we're going to have some minor headwind combined with a crosswind, so southwest wind. And now we're going to use the same type of landing position here. Again, yellow ring just outside there to the right of the rough, perfectly aligned there with the bushes just before the tree. and I'm just using just max side spin to the right on this shot, and no topspin and no tailwind. It's no topspin and no backspin. Slightly more than 3 rings is going to be perfect. Now I'm using 75% of the ball outside to the right there, approximately. That's at least the plan. We get it to bounce, but you can see we're coming in, and we're getting it so close. But that also is actually good for us to know, because then we can start building our references here. We are straight at the pin, which is perfect. So the curl works perfectly so far. It's now we just need to find those little type of spin adjustment here to give ourselves the best way to play it here. So we do have basically same type of wind now, but now I'm going to add just a tad of topspin, not half a bar, just a little bit less than half a bar of topspin. Same landing position here, and we're going to go with, as you can see, we do have basically straight headwind, but almost a little bit crosswind as well. And again, we're using the 1.75 per ring, medium distance of our club. Now you can see I'm using same type of situation here. 75% of the ball outside to the right, approximately. We hit it perfect. Get it to bounce, and look now, when we do have some tailwind, we roll down, and we're still coming in very short. It was basically like a repeat of the earlier shot, but again, when we do have a little bit of headwind like that, or we're having headwind more than crosswind, then we need to use a little bit of topspin. Not much, because then we're going to roll past the pin, and then we're not going to be close. Because with the golden shot, if we do miss the hole-in-one, then we're definitely going to at least want to be very close. Headwind again, and we're going to use max side spin. As you can see, I'm trying to mixture a little bit with the spin. I'm not using any topspin or any headspin, any topspin or backspin here with this. The landing position is exactly the same. And we're going to adjust this one for being slightly less, like around 3.5 rings for the 6.3 in wind that we do have. And then we'll go with tiny bit of curl, as we do have headwind, basically straight headwind. And now I also hit it great. So I hit it great, and we roll down, and we roll down, and we roll down, but we do go short. Why do we go short this time? We hit it great, but we also are not having topspin. So we need that tiny little bar of topspin to work for us. So now 3 more shots to go here, guys. And we do have a headwind again. Okay, so headwind pointing a little bit to the right now. So I'm going to use the tad of topspin around half a bar, slightly less. And then we're going to have the landing position just outside the rough there to the right. And we're going to adjust for 1.75 per ring, which is going to give ourselves 2.6 rings approximately there. Getting it up there. And then we need to hit perfect. We're going to use a tiny bit of curl, not much at all, but just a tiny little bit. Coming into bounce, coming into roll, and we roll, and we roll, and we roll, and we're getting it very close. At least now, with that topspin that we did have, we're getting it close. But you can see here, I actually, if I remember it now, when I saw it again, I didn't even use any curl. But at least the plan was to use a little bit of curl there, because we still, even if we have straight headwind, we still need to use some curl. And I'm going to talk about that in the end. So, okay, but now we're getting so extremely close that I think it's time for hole-in-one. Tailwind now, we are going to use, or I'm going to use 1 bar of backspin. When we do have, when we do have tailwind, that is more tailwind than crosswind, then I'm going to use 1 bar. We're going to play this one 4 rings, as I'm going to play it 1.75 per ring, then minus 0.2 rings, which is going to be 4.2 minus 0.2, which give us 4. 75% of the ball outside there works the same as we would be having wind from the other direction, like with headwind. And we roll, and we roll, and coming in perfectly inside the cup for an hole-in-one. Key here, 1 bar backspin in tailwind, max side spin, same landing position, and we need to kind of replicate the curl as we would be having headwind with the ball in this with the same type of angle as we're having there, like or like having headwind pointing in the same type of structure in between crosswind and and tailwind. 7.4 again. So this is actually another account, as you can see if you just scroll back. So I went in to take my free shot here, and like so insane that we get the same type of wind, but that's also fine because then we can see if it's possible to replicate, possible to do the same, because if we do exactly the same, then we should be getting an hole in one here. Again, 4 rings here with this adjustment, and we're going to go with again 75% of the ball outside to the right in curl. We hit it perfect. And then we're going to hit the rough, and we're going to roll, and we're going to roll, and going to roll, and we take the right edge there down in for a hole in one again. So we do have one more shot to go, but there you can see that it's not guesswork now. Now we actually can feel that, okay, the adjustments is actually working when we're getting it very, very close, but also getting a hole in one, same type of exact adjustment. So, and I know I'm not paying that much attention to the cards at the moment because it's so important for me to just explain what I'm doing. So straight headwind, max side spin, we're going to need, we're going to use the same type of landing position here, and then we're going to go with a tiny bit of topspin again, around half a bar now when we do have straight headwind. We do have, yeah, not completely straight, but a little bit almost straight, as we have it pointing a little bit more there. So again, max side spin, same landing position, 1.75 per ring, no subtract with those 0.2 there. Then I'm going with a decent amount of curl, the ball just outside the ring on the right, to just coming in nicely. We hit it here, and we roll, get in the hole, perfect there as well. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, 9 holes of the golden shot in difficult level hard, and we covered basically all type of wind. I think we didn't get like straight crosswind left to right, I think, but okay, so I'm going to repeat myself here now. So okay, we take tailwind and headwind for an example. So we're going to start with headwind, straight headwind, and we're going to use max side spin right. We're going to have half a bar of topspin, and we're going to go with the ball with curl just outside the ring to the right. Landing position always at the same position, aligned with the bushes just before the tree in terms of direction, but also the yellow ring just outside the rough on the right. Perfect. If we do have some headwind, but like southwest, southeast in headwind, then we're going to go with just a tiny bit of topspin, not half a bar, just in between half a bar and a bar. Sorry, not in between half a bar and nothing. Max side spin to the right. If we do have the angle pointing towards the green, like southeast, then we're going to go with curl that is going to be just inside the ring to the right. If we're going to have wind that is going to be the other direction, then we need to get like 75% of the ball outside to the right. Okay, then we do have headwind. It's the same type of adjustment when it comes to tailwind. When it comes to headwind, it's the same for tailwind. So the tailwind, the only difference there for us is when we do have more tailwind than we do have crosswind, going to use 1 bar of backspin to get that ball to stop. If we do have like crosswind and tailwind, but a little bit more crosswind, then we're going to have half a bar. And then the curl is working the same, so as we do have headwind, so I'm not going to repeat that. If we do have crosswind, and if I have crosswind left to right, we're just going to have the curl touching the inside of the ring to the right as a curl. And then also max side spin, and then we're going to go without backspin, without topspin, as we're going to play it plain. If we do have the other direction, same type of thing. like we're going to have max side spin, no topspin, no backspin, but the ball completely outside of the ring to the right as an adjustment. So that was a lot, but I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment section below what you got in your shot and if you got the hole-in-one. Also, again, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Good luck in the golden shot.